I've never seen any of that ever. This mystic party that everyone. Maybe I wasn't tall enough. I don't know.
Said maybe I wasn't
I
tall
don't know
enough.
what. I was never
Right,
invited
right.
to the
You're familiar with Brandon T. Jackson.
Of course, I don't know anybody's recent news though, but I'm for sure familiar with
Nothing,
them.
yeah, nothing major, right? So he was on the Art of
Mhm.
Dialogue. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue, and he's on the interview. He was talking about Hollywood, right? I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna play another video because I kind of have a theory of what he's been through and what he's experienced. Not to say it's
Okay.
true, but I do want to play it.
Hollywood party is a corporate branding party for corporations. So this spooky Hollywood, like that is the least of your worries to go to a red carpet and be like, oh, everyone's just looking at each other. It's like drama club. Now, what people do after, that's between them and God and whatever, you know. It's, you know what I mean? It's like this the internet has made this spooky thing about Hollywood party. You're at the Hollywood parties. I've never seen any of this stuff you guys are talking about. Any party,
Hmm.
I've seen more ridiculousness at parties that
That's funny.
that singers and just regular house parties. You know what I mean? That's the after party that people just throw. That you know what I mean? That I've never been invited to like that. That's what I've never seen any of that ever. This mystic party that everyone. Maybe I wasn't tall enough. I don't know.
Said maybe I wasn't
I
tall
don't know
enough.
what. I was never
Right,
invited
right.
to the put your penis in somebody's ear party. I don't know what parties these are. I don't get it.
All right. So that was that, right?
That's
He's funny.
crazy.
He's funny. So Brandon T. Jackson has had a pretty interesting journey, right? He was on the
Hmm.
come up, and he talked about that some in his interview. He on the come up. I think he kind of reached peak, and then I think it was around the time he did Big Mama's House 3. He kind of started to, see the evil of Hollywood or whatever. Then he stepped away, right? But here he's talking about like he never seen those things or none of that, right? So I'm gonna play another video when he was on the Breakfast Club, and I'm gonna come back because once again I have a theory about kind of what he's going through, what he's experienced, and why he's talking like this.
Leaders that take the Bible and twist it to control people, I would say.
I'm gonna tell you my theory on what happened with Brandon T. Jackson, right?
Hmm.
I believe he went through the typical journey of a young individual coming up in Hollywood.
Hmm.
On the come up is great. You hit your peak, but you also witness some rather evil things being done,
Yeah.
right? That's more than likely the story of most people,
Hmm.
and it throw them off.
Yeah.
I believe from there he talked about leaving Hollywood and some of the things he witnessed and all of that. He talked about that in some former interviews, right? He
Hmm.
talked about the whole putting on a dress and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like after Big Mama's House 3. I believe he stepped away because he's seen too much in Hollywood, or he just seen how evil Hollywood can be. He stepped away, and he mentioned he went on a spiritual journey, right? And I believe from there, because you and I have kind of experienced this, I believe he went on his spiritual journey. Now, I think he said his father's a pastor, right? So he grew up in the church. He said he actually started doing stand-up comedy in the church, right? I believe he left Hollywood, was trying to find answers and was trying to, just get out of that life. I believe he said he found himself in a cult or in a religious cult, it sounded like.
Hmm.
And I believe he realized that there are evil people every
Yeah.
damn where in this world.
Mhm.
Right? Some of the stuff that you see, he talked about the parties or whatever, Diddy, or whatever the case may be. Diddy, he's been a sick individual. He just has money.
Yeah.
You feel me? So we've known and been around some sick individuals. They just didn't have money.
Hmm.
Right? Literally, a couple of weeks ago, I seen a dude that I knew used to work with that has been indicted on statutory R-word charges. And, being around this dude, you wouldn't think that. But then it comes out, you're like, oh, damn, right?
Yeah.
I believe Brandon T. Jackson decided to leave Hollywood, and then he realized it was evil everywhere, no matter where you
Hmm.
went. And he decided to go back to Hollywood and just like, hey, I
Right.
might as well
Right.
do it and do what I love. That's my opinion on what happened with him, because you realize, regardless of where you're at, Hollywood, if you do start following the religious route, in the school system, whatever industry you name, it's just sick people. Not to say all of them are, but they're sick people. And
Yeah,
I think he
yeah.
left Hollywood to get away from the evil and the sickness, and he's seen that it's everywhere. Even if you go on your spiritual journey and you see, like in this cult that he ended up he found himself in. And ironically enough, I feel like he said he was in the cult in Nashville. I feel like I heard him say that somewhere, right?
Oh,
Ironically
wow.
enough. But I believe that's what happened to him. And people in the comments was like, he looked drunk now and looked like he caping for Hollywood. And it's like, no, he really probably do mean that. But I believe he said in an interview that's no different from this and that. Like, that's what you realize. It's evil people doing evil things everywhere. These people are just talented and have money.
Right.
And have more resources. And they probably can do it on a larger level. But there are still evil people out here in this world, and you have to protect yourself accordingly. If you like what you just heard, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, SNE 2.0. SNE stands for Spare No Effort. All we're trying to do is help people become the best version of themselves. So please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and remember, spare no effort.